I'm talking to Leonie Allan today, everyone. Leonie is fabulous. I love, love, love her. She's been blogging for, oh my goodness, must be about 6 years now. Is that right?
Yes.
Yeah. She runs the Goddess circles, Goddess workshop. She does heaps of ebooks, and as I said, she's just fabulous. So, Leonie, what inspired you to begin all of this?
Absolutely. Well, when I was 21, I was invited to go to a women's circle, and um, I put it off going for months and months and months because I couldn't understand why, women sitting together in circle would be important or special. And yet the woman who invited me, she had this light about her. She just glowed, and there was just something really special about her. And I thought, that she's got a secret, and I want to know what that secret is. She seems to be living life with so much joy. Um, and so I eventually got the courage a couple of months later and went to that women's circle, and I walked in and it was just like coming home. And all of the women in that circle had that same light about them. They were all living life consciously and joyfully, and um, they felt like goddesses, and they just glowed, they radiated. And I knew, like, in that one moment of walking into that circle, that I'd come home and that I'd found my life's work, that I wanted to do that for the rest of my life, that I would be in women's circles always.
Oh,
So that's, yeah.
that's
It's
fabulous.
really, really, and so this is what I now do, is just I want to take it everywhere. I want women around the world to be able to access that same wisdom and spirit and joy and light wherever they are.
Yeah. Leonie, what's been your biggest challenge so far, and how have you overcome it?
Sure. I think the last year of my life has been the biggest challenge I've I've met against. I became a mama, and in the space of a year, I pretty much ticked off all of the life stresses that you can have. You can get that special list of of life stresses. So we moved across the country, and both my love and I quit our jobs to become full-time goddess guidebook business owners, and first time parents, and there was a lot of extra life struggle stuff that came with it. We had deaths in the family, and there's divorces and all that kind of stuff, and so we sort of came through it quite traumatized by what had just happened. It was just so intense and so full on, and I kind of felt like I was suffering from postnatal depression and post-traumatic stress. It was just, it was massive, and it was a huge challenge. I just didn't feel like myself anymore. I felt like I'd lost that special spark inside me, and I was wondering when life would ever get good again. But I just had faith that everything would return to normal eventually, and that I would find myself again. And I started doing a lot of healing. So I went to acupuncture, which was wonderful for anxiety, and used bushflower essences, and went to counselling. I had intuitive healing, and I'm a great believer in embracing all kinds of medicine. So I went to Western doctors as well, and used Western medicine and antidepressants and things like that. And all of these things work so beautifully in the healing process to kind of provide a soft nest for me again, in order to feel like myself again.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it took a few months, but I'm feeling so much more like myself again, and things are starting to feel good again, which is so lovely.
Excellent. And what keeps you motivated, Leonie?
Just that special moment. Like, I get shivers whenever I know that I've written something from spirit, or I know that something is going to be, that I've created will go out and help a woman to heal and help a woman to remember that she's a goddess again. It's such a special moment for me. And it's just what I want to do for the rest of my life.
Oh, yay. If you had to start all of this again from scratch, what would you do differently, if anything?
Not a thing. It's been glorious, all of it. I mean, it took quite a few years in the beginning for things to turn from being a hobby into a business. If I wanted to accelerate that process now, what I definitely do to become more of a business goddess is to start really strengthening the left side of my brain again. As a spiritual, creative type, I'm so into the creative stuff. But I lacked that the business knowledge and financial understanding. So, I started reading a lot of business books and finance books and really getting inspired that way. And I would so recommend that in the process of becoming a business goddess, because it really helps to round things out and get marketing. And it just, I don't know, it's superpowers your business.
Yeah. So, which living person do you admire most and why?
It's such a funny thing, but I love being myself. I love being the goddess Leonie, and that's all I ever can aspire to be and want to be. So that's my answer.
That's a beautiful answer. That is a beautiful answer. I wish more women answered like that. So what would you say your distinctive qualities are?
Distinctive qualities. I'm totally unabashedly unashamed to be myself. I was teased a lot during school and bullied and all that kind of stuff, and I ended up leaving and going to boarding school to get away from it, just because I was different and zany and all that kind of stuff. And I don't regret it for a second, because